Hello and welcome to one of course, the very few and first discussion videos on this channel. Now today we will be going over the content that has been released since mid-January, around the end, and we'll go from there. So first we're gonna go over the characters that I've released one by one. Of course, right here as it's showing, this kid Trunks. Now, of course, all these free-to-play characters wouldn't usually be part of anything. However, I, for one, use them in some free-to-play videos going against the 10th year, the Super Extreme Z events. Now this one is leading over Hybrid Saiyans. Now, as if you're not aware, the only other Hybrid Saiyans lead is the Intelligence Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, which is kind of dated, and I would say this Kid Trunks would be a good placement of that leader if he has already Easy Aid, since he would take less and deal more damage in those events. Alright, let's go over his stuff. Critically urgent situation. Key +1, attack and defense plus 100%. 100% attack when attacking, and becomes a little nuker. 20 attack and 10 defense per yellow key sphere. One or more yellow key spheres launches a guaranteed additional attack with a chance of it being a super. 2 or more gives him more defense when attacking, 100% more. By the looks of it, he's gonna be a type of nuke-ish character, obviously. There's attack and defense launcher and supreme damage. Majin Buu Saga Hybrid, Vegeta Youth, Bond of Parent-Child, Friendship, Earthbred Fighters, Gifted Warriors, and Trusted Will and Heavenly Events. Okay. So from the get-go, he's going to be relying on yellow key spheres. His TOR version is going to definitely be a orb changer. Hopefully it's a generic red to yellow or purple to yellow type orange orb changing. Probably going to be coming up this third part. Doesn't look too expensive. Stats being mediocre and such. Animations? Or am I not going to deal with that? And I'm not going to deal with that, right? No? Nope, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be dealing with it. Overall, yellow super, he is not useful in any way I can see possible. Vegeta's family, maybe. I think there is a Majin Buu Saga version I could use him for. But none that I can think of right now. Alright, next is Demon King Piccolo, who supposedly is the LR for this event, for this anniversary. Support, attacking 50, or demonic or extreme class, so that's 50, 100. Guards all attacks with all extreme or demonic power. All he needs is damage reduction. He's alright for a free-to-play character. With that blue Elder card. He's gonna be a use of a good resource. He's got it, what we say otherwise though. So he's go ahead and get him Rainbow and all that crap obviously, so yeah, we're not doing that. Now to the big guns. Alright. I'm gonna begin with this. So far, as of recording this, 2/17/2025, there is no obvious slot 1 unit. At all. All these guys are basically relying on everyone beforehand. Beast, Tech Broly, Evolution Vegeta, MUI Goku, Tech UI Goku, LR AGL Jiren when he gets his standby. Now, when we look here, his leader skill is Giant 8 Power. As we all know, Giant 8 Power isn't the best looking, one of the best looking categories as of yet. Even when the 7th year anniversary get the Monkey LR get their easy A. We got 1, 2, 3 reliable units. And if we're really pushing it, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 7, maybe 8, and maybe 9. But in this content, no. Oh, so I didn't show the... Oh, and there it goes. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah. I didn't show there was that Tech Vegeta, so there's 5 reliable, I assume. Now... this guy's not meant to get supered. All the stuff is all meant to be like Tech UI. It's only supposed to help him through normals, not supers. To get rid of supers, to get out of supers, he uses his great chance to evade. And so far with him, he's just going to be doing crits, that's it. Mainly like Gotex, but Gotex is somehow still better-ish. But I see his kit being like MUIs. In a way, you could just abuse his ability entirely. Like a get out of jail free card. like Intelligence Fat Boo. Right here, his giant ape transformation. Now his transformation in itself is he's pretty beefy. Like, look at all these teams, and I assume if you have saw the latest video, it's quite a lot. What he does and versatility in his toolbox, you know. Power Beyond Super Saiyan category allies 50 defense. So yeah, don't expect this guy to do too much as he is right now. Mostly he's just gonna do the one super and that's it. His giant ape form, 300 attack, key sphere, easy crits, guaranteed crits. Free damage and a possible remove the super type thing. Let's go back and go to the originals, or the final transformation. Now, even now, he's not going to be insane. He will do stuff, but he won't do everything. I'd say 4 key spears at the very least. 5 if he doesn't have any of his links activated, or there's no supporters that give key. But mainly with the Beast team, he only needs 4 to get his 24 key. Now he doesn't need crit obviously for his build, and for the free-to-play characters, all their build is just the same really. Full dodge. If they have an additional, put crit on them. Unless they have crit in their kit, then just put whatever then additional. And so for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he is just a damage dealer. He's just a beat stick at this point. His recovery is helpful, however, as you see in the videos where I did have him and whatnot. That regen is quite helpful, especially nowadays since bosses are really doing a lot of damage. His support is nice, and he does. What's this? I don't know. Uh, 20 or 30, it doesn't matter. He stacks attack. Regularly stacks attack and defense. At 55 and whatnot, he's not gonna do like too much of that at a high level. So don't expect him to take any supers. And that's really it for him. Based on his kit alone, he will most definitely, most likely, and most favorably be the only unit out of this anniversary that will be able to withstand the test of time. All because of his giant ape transformation. That's literally all that's gonna be left of him after all that. And the fact that he can dodge. So basically MUI. Next up is, well, aside from that carnival unit, this is Super Saiyan, the tag unit, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta. Don't mind me reloading this. Alright. Known to be having one of, if not the most powerful leader skill in all the game. Aside from we seem to have no limits. Goku future. Earth protecting heroes, fierce fighters, fierce sands, all that shit. And now here we have problems, of course, not being slot 1, so being slot 2 or 3, he gains 20% damage reduction. As for 3 turns, he has 50. So he has 70% damage reduction without guard. And once he attacks, he has 90%. That wouldn't be an issue if that was on slot 1. Well, just being this right here. As a whole. Being just part of this. Well, not that, but you know what I mean. I don't care. In which I do wish that these characters built up defense first. Far more, rather than just deal with attack and crap at the start of turn. Of course, that's probably the reason why these fusion transformation is part of the reason why they act like the way they do. To balance him out, I assume, but come on, when you call Beast balance when he literally ran technically almost anything and everything. Like, if you've seen Truth's video, he just all of them, all the units, he's a superhero. Auto ran. Auto was being played. Now, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to say the same thing about the next unit that's coming up here, but support is alright. Patara and Earth Protecting Heroes. I got nothing else to say about this kid. Now Vegeta. What I can say is that at least he can tank for the rest of the fight, unless you're gonna deal with Super Vegeta. Or you're gonna bring out Super Vegeta. Now, one thing I do have a problem with is the fact that you can't activate this in Fuse. Granted, yes, these guys technically break the Patara, so there's that. That's it. I got nothing else to say about this guy. Like, additional guards, additional, like, I got nothing. Like, he's just plain Jane. Now, the main character everyone's saying that's at number 1. Oh, whoa. Why is Bob Baron Chan right here? Golly, I need something. Alright. Okay. Super Vegito. He is really good, obviously. He acts like a second coming Broly, intelligence Broly, from part 2 of Worldwide, or part 3. Part 2. 3. 2. 3? Let's see, there's a Goku on Trunks, Tech Broly. Yeah, part 2. Part 2. Yes. Part 2. For a second coming. When he has his domain out for guard and damage reduction of 60%. Now for this Vegito, he is a sensu being. Well, no. He just raises your HP to max. That's always nice. 3 keys, so basically 4 for every orb you pick, 5 for every type orb you pick. So it's not going to be too hard to get him at 24. Launches additional super attack, ultra super attack. All he does is ultras. Right? Yep. Yes, that's all he does. Which is a greatly attack and defense raise for 1 turn. So that's 2 of those. And supports attack and defense. And key 2 for protecting heroes. Or Patara, so that's also what he's getting to, so it's like 340 or whatever. Every attack he performs goes up also to, after 5 attacks, it's 1% attack, or I mean crit. For every attack received 10% within the turn, so that's of course for his counters. Well, not receiving normal attack, is a ferocious counter, and then has a scouter for 4 turns. And then he has the Beast Gohan ability. 300% defense though. But when he activates this, instead of the extra 200, he gets critical hits for the rest of the turn. So basically, you can either activate it like slot 1 or 2, or you could just go at the very end when all the attacks are being fired out in the front and slot 1 and 2, and just keep on farming attack. Unless, of course, the boss is supering and stuns. Which is everyone's, all the taunt characters' worst nightmare. Especially this guy, since that he can end fights pretty fast with his insane amount of crits, counters. Now I won't try to downplay him too much, as he is still relatively powerful compared to most units. The only problem is by the time you are getting to him, he's the reason why he's called a game ender, because he literally is at the end of the game. Can be activated on the first turn start of battle, be it before or after reversible change. 5 turns. Most of the time you're gonna be almost killing the boss by then, or you're about to be killed by the boss by then, or before then, in most cases. Yeah, turn 2, I mean, if we had a reliable slot 1 with this kind of leader skill, like, it would be insane, but we don't. So what gives? Hassle getting that stuff, but of course if you did the missions for him, it'd be easier. Slot 2, slot 3 type units, that's all I got. To the next one. They had 1 shot to do this. No, they have 3. Because this is the 3rd evolution Vegeta, as we have 2 others. We have this blue one, and then we have a purple one, which this one will obviously be linked up to because he doesn't transform into evolution because they're both evolution. Which, for some reason, the purple one doesn't have the battle motions, nor this blue one. But I can give you a perfectly good reason. They would have to put battle motions for their transformation, technically, sprites. That would be, they would have to put the special sprite animation for regular Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Evolution Vegeta, but with his top blown off after doing the final blast or whatever. With this, oh my gosh, Universe Survival Saga. This could have been really good, but he has turned to slop right here. Granted, he is still relatively powerful in his own right, but of course still slot too. But the difference between him and that Goku and the Vegeta of the Gogeta of what we're going to be seeing in a bit is the fact that he doesn't have anything to do in any slot. Until he attacks, he is basically a fish. He is a sea cucumber. He is a piece of coral on dry land or something. You see, this is the Cooler unit. Except Cooler wouldn't have this kit because he'd get like a super cracked kit. Like he had like, I don't know, like 60% damage reduction and guards. Aegis guards forever. Unlike this kit. It's 2025. This is like a kit that you'd see in like 2024. Like you expect to see like Gammas running this. Even then, that'd be somewhat downplaying it. But the amount of defense that he gets now with just the sheer numbers right now, he could put in the work, but it's just not really much. I can't. He should have been better. It's part 1 unit. He should have been better. Like, even when Gogeta and Broly came out, 9th anniversary, they were both meant for something. This guy wasn't meant for anything. Okay, that's a lie. He was meant for that one mission versus Cell for tournament participants for the Cell Saga. That's it. To run tournament participants mission. Yeah, that was it because of his typing and the fact that it's tournament power and yeah, we're not talking about him anymore. Garbo. Now this guy. Now I obviously heard from many people that they've been getting smacked by this guy. Now, as all Mr. Hercules are, they are all pretty powerful in their own right. Many of which, of course, like this guy. I see myself using the LR Hercule. I see myself Like, like these two, the Hercule and Boo, the Hercule and Boo LR, have dodge. Hercule, from the tournament doing a punch, he has a revive, and the purple Hercule is basically a defensive god. Like, it's insane. Now, this one has an issue. Before receiving an attack within the turn, he gets 90% damage reduction, which is basically the most what you're gonna get out of cards nowadays. And the issue comes from, I assume, that he can only get hit once, thus him needing to dodge everything else. Now that wouldn't be such a problem if he actually could dodge, some people say. So like, okay, let's take a look at this. He does have a huge Earth Protecting Heroes ability that are support 50% and 2k. That's pretty big. When there's another one of those, which is basically we're gonna run him, he gained 45% more chance to evade. That's swell and all. However, he gets over 85 because of this. After he gets 85 after receiving attack. So basically, you're just gonna run him at 85, not 85, full dodge. Oh, and for the kit for the Super Saiyan Blue, I recommend dodge crit. No, dodge additional. Mainly dodge and secondary additional, as I'd rather not die. I don't care what the kit says. I'll do damage with the other characters. I just need the other guy to build up and not get me killed. That said, no, yeah, just keep it that way. Full dodge and crit. Yeah, these bosses are just hitting way harder than I thought they would be. Like if they were hitting like they were in like 9th year anniversary, it'd be a whole other story. But they're hitting way harder than many people anticipated. With that said, this guy, he's alright support unit, but I just have to say his purple counterpart is just way better in defensive strategy. He does have this funny little active skill where he fuses with Goku, and he can build up to that, but these bosses just have so much health and so much power behind their punches that's it's not gonna do much of anything really. Like this was going against, like, I don't know, Goku and Frieza, for example. I could find use for using this against what's his name? Gosh, I can't remember. 17 and Golden Frieza, as they were yellow. So you just use this and boom, they get hit real hard. And like after that, it's just he can't take anything. Like, unlike that Hercule, this guy barely, he doesn't have, once this goes away, once that goes away, gosh. Once that goes away, he's just a fish out of water. Like, nothing about him else is good. But I'd probably run him for the sake of that. I do have him at what's it? About 69%, yes. I have him at 69%. Even then, I'd still, if I had the choice, I'd be running the purple Hercule over this guy anytime, as he can get up to, of course, 90% damage reduction, I assume, yes. And he still has his damage reduction, and he has insane dodge. Yeah, again, this guy, he's just not. He's in fact he's just not good. To a degree. Ish. If you can substitute with him for the purple Hercule. And off to the next one. Now Super Vegito. I liked him. In fact, I even coined him several years ago. All because he was part of the category Potara, which was, if not the best category in the game at a time. Especially after the fact that they got Super Saiyan 4 Vegito when he released the yellow one before his easier. So he had a full team of Vegito. Now this guy would have been the best characters of 2024. But it's 2025. With the amount of health these guys have, the amount of damage reduction these guys have, defense and stuff, the abilities they have, Super Vegito is not going to last. Unless the boss is guaranteed to super slot. Unless the boss is guaranteed to super in a singular spot, or multiple, or 2 spots at the same time. He cannot. He's a huge risky unit, as he loses basically most of his defensive ability when he gets supered. %40 damage reduction isn't gonna cut it. All these numbers you see here are not gonna cut it. When HP is 50% or less, guards and scatter for 2 turns, that's not gonna last. His support for all allies, it doesn't even affect him. I mean, he does have his own little support right there, but it's not. He's a 2024 type unit. I'm sorry. He's in a. He released. His kit is in an era that's just ended. So, get him. He's part of several categories, which are probably could use somehow, like Potara, I guess. So Bell was trump card. He's blue. I guess for people who haven't defeated Goku and Frieza yet, he's relevant now. So Good luck with that. Now, we move on to Buhan. He is just as powerful as everyone says he is. In fact, I did not even have him until I got him during summons. At 55% and link level 1. He still puts out big numbers and defense is insane. As of the moment, I am link leveling him right now, of course, through the Mr. Popo event, which is out, which is what people should be doing, as the link level power is insane. Like, it's no joke. Okay, again with his kit, yada yada yada, he's good overall. Green to rainbow, great. Just get him his rainbow key spheres and his key spheres. Just give him his key spheres. Make sure you get 2 rainbow, his 3 rainbows. Everything else is just add-ons. So far, he's basically the strongest out of them all for his easy A's. This celebration. Yeah. Next one. We're not even gonna continue. He's just that good. Super Janemba. Now, I've already used him several times. Overall, he's okay. He is okay. Of course, you mostly want to use him against a super class enemy, but he's literally nothing too much or too little. He is a balanced unit. I would like him to have damage reduction, but we all can't have everything I want, you know. 40% evasion, that's alright. Plus, that's 30? I don't remember. He has high chance to evade and super several times. So, relative damage, has relative defensive capabilities, unlike a certain someone. And let's move on with our lives. Next is Super Gogeta. Was the best unit when he released, same for Vegito, but this guy is relatively good as his support. Makes up for his lack of defense and attack power. He does perform relatively well with his attack stats. His defense is as well, getting up to 30 after getting several 150 at the beginning and whatnot. Mainly, you would want him to go against Extreme to get his full power. And when he does, he is looking pretty nice. But of course, as many of these units as you've seen, they are not gonna last against AoE supers. I'm saying supers because Vegito is relatively good against AoE normals, but supers it's a big one. You can't say anything otherwise about that. Overall, great support unit, can at least handle a few hits, even if they may hurt a bit. But with the events we have out right now, he will perform adequately. Next one. Oh, as with all the units I already shown, most of them are going to be using like dodge and stuff just because of how not so good they are defensively. Okay. This guy. Now, as you've seen in all of the videos for the Beast versus Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, this man had sold more than, if not most of, if not all of the runs, no item runs through that. This guy's a fraud as much as I hate it to be. He cannot defend for nothing. His kit is designed for 2023. I repeat, 2023. This is like a unit that you see in 2023. Beginning of 2024 is how far I'm willing to push it. This kit is outdated. This specifically. Especially with the fact that he loses his guard after 6 turns. He doesn't even do enough damage to have that dignified. At the beginning I did see how powerful he was, like, oh shoot, he's actually really good, Sean and stuff. Yeah, that's when he was critting. He's not gonna be always critting, especially when he's going up against extreme class for some reason. No, I don't care. Yeah. Active skill when the enemy is 30% or lower and it's an extreme class. Like, what the heck, man? They couldn't put the 12 key and they couldn't make the 12 key put attack too. Like, come on, we're in another era. If you're gonna use this, a kit like this, you might as well just put greatly on both massively and then greatly to help him live something, because damage reduction by 20% without guard is not going to do anything. Nor 50. We're past that point. These guys are doing too much damage and they can take a lot of damage. He is just another fish in the sea. Unless you manage to get him built up to an insane amount. Even then, he's not going to perform as well as many thought would be. However, he is a legendary existence lead. I don't care about 200% or 220. I care about the lead of something big, relatively, hopefully. Legendary existence. Let's look. Legendary existence only has 2 categories, leaders. The new Beerus and this Goku. The only way you're gonna be using legendary existence besides that is literally using a whole other category. Like if you're using God Goku, which I thought was legendary existence. He carries both pure and hybrid Saiyans for his leader skill. You can still find enough legendary existence characters to make a team with that. Now, because of this, he's actually a much larger boost than we initially thought he was. Because of that, since he's the only actual legendary existence leader, he can perform this He can have Kid Buu under him. He can have the Brawlies under him. MUI under him. Another UI under him. Majin Buu, good. Good Buu. You know what the thing, you know? The Ghost Husher? I mean, everyone else is kind of fish food right here. I guess the Beerus, if you really wanted to get there. But even then, it's not. His team is crap. I'm just gonna say it. Team is crap. He's a huge boost to it. He might as well just be running Broly's at that point. For the mission of Legendary Existence, if he even got that. But aside from that, as a direct Legendary Existence leader, it does help a lot. But his kit's not. It isn't for the type of era we're in right now. Unless we're fighting a green character, a technique unit, a tech type unit. So he can have true type advantage and true guard. Aside from that, he's just his kid is of a bygone era already. Now Frieza. Another Sworn Enemies and Planet Namek Saga leader boost. Direct leader skill categories. He actually performs quite well. Mainly because instead of relying on defense, he relies on his damage reduction. And his, I don't see he has guard. Only for one turn. But he has a lot of damage reduction. Lots of damage reduction. As a base point of 20. And up to 20 for every attack he receives. So 3 attacks. So it's a 40. 30 as the first turn, so up to 70 and slot 1. He's supposed to be running slot 1. And then we get down here for his stacks. He does not greatly stack his defense on his 12 key. This is not right. We have Tech Ultimate Gohan with the Z Sword. Who greatly raises his defense and attack. He has guaranteed guard. He has 30% damage reduction at the start of the one turn. For one turn he has that. And I see me using him over this guy. The only reason I even use him is because of the mission for Exploding Rage. Which I did beat out, by the way, which I had to record. Which I think there is only one type of team that you'd have to play with in order to actually beat it. There might be other teams to do that Exploding Rage category, but the one that I've used is the only way. I did no item run it. Not to say that you should, but I did do it. Inhuman Raids, Deeds boost, Planet Namek Saga boost, Wicked Bloodline boost, hopefully that gets big. Space Shaman Warriors, nice. Part of Gogeta's skill, that's always great. Gohan's skill too. Ooh. And all of his Link buddies being fish. That's all for Frieza. We're not gonna even. My gosh. Now, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Many people would say that he has an insane amount of categories, but let me show you something insane. Let's see, that's 4, that's 5, that's 20 different categories. Now I just clicked this Gohan. What? No, I want this Gohan. This Gohan has over 24 categories. Insane, right? Now you'd think that this Gohan that we just got would be at Super Saiyan instead of starting at Super Saiyan 2. This guy only reacts to full power and Android cells like an odds and ally on the team. No, that is one, but still, really? You are gonna lock or restrict an anniversary character? Like, come on. Really? I can say defensively this guy is pretty good. Scratch that, he's pretty good after he's doing all the supers. So he's slot 2 again. Greatly lowers defense. Defense does not mean anything in this game. Once you can crit, it's just not an issue anymore. He doesn't even stack either. So he just does all these attacks, get his passive. That looks like something you would see in 2023. Built up all the way. And do his Kamehameha, which does go by a lot. If we were still in 2024. Yeah, this guy's not going to do much of anything now. He will be extremely explosive, but that's all he's going to be. Once that super comes, he's going to be splat on the floor. Squished. The only thing saving him is the amount of supers he's going to do. And the fact that he's guarding damage reduction, which does help him with AoEs, so at least he can take them, unlike certain other characters. Good overall. He doesn't have a dish. He doesn't have a crit on his build, huh? Crit and dodge, I guess. Yep, crit and dodge. Or additional. Balance. The martial artist build. Martial build. Yeah, you just give him everything. Just give him dodge, additional crit. That's all. Next. Now I actually pulled these guys. They're alright. In slot 2 and 3. Again, no slot 1 units. Of course, damage, stack, switch, you know the deal. Same with this Goku, yada yada yada. You're not really gonna use his active because you want to go into Gogeta, and same with the other unit, you want to go into Vegeta. Nothing matters. But go over here. Successors, Fuse Fighters, Pure Saiyans, Pure Saiyans being the best one. I don't care if it's 170 and 200 as a base, so for these, but Pure Saiyans leaders, thank goodness we got some good ones. Right here, fully restores their health. Now here's the whole feud of Vegeta, Gogeta, and all that. Gogeta's the best out of the two. Granted, he doesn't have the ability to stop attacks from everyone else, but he is guaranteed a first slot character. Now I use him and I put him in slot 1, link level 1, and 55%. No orbs attached to it. Just his kit, 24 key, slot 1. He's broken. The fact that he doesn't get affected by any type of negative effects just astounds me. Granted, I haven't used him against the Dragon Ball Z edition of Hardened Battles Formidable Foes event, but he is quite dominant. The fact that he supports himself for 2 key and a 40% attack and defense as well for successors or fusion category allies is insane. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is about to get majorly buffed by this guy. Like, nobody doesn't realize how powerful this Gogeta actually is. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I haven't watched or looked at anything because I'm too busy playing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle or going through my life. However, with what I've done, which I basically beat all the hardest content in the game already, he's broken. He's like Beast Gohan, but on roids. Of course, being that you have to do the switch, the Vegeta, put him in slot 2, do his supers, get his supers down, switch into Goku, do 1 turn of him, and switch to Vegeta, then get him fused, and do his active, put him in slot 1, 24 key, which isn't going to be much, as he does the exact same thing as Vegito, being 5 to 6 key, which I think is the same or more. And his Soul Punisher will just boost everyone by 54%. Not to mention that you can put Super Saiyan for Goku on here, the Super Saiyan 3 Giant Ape one. Yeah, that's over 108. I assume, no, that's 44%, right? He boosts everyone by almost 100% more attack and defense than they normally would. Yeah. Nothing much left to say about this guy. They did it again. They made Gogeta the best fusion in the game. He is nice, I'm not gonna lie about that. But sometimes I think they really don't like Vegito. But that's besides the point. We're gonna go to the next one. Okay. Aside from being able to be farmed out for a super, they really did give this guy the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker treatment for Goku and Vegeta that year. They really did give them either Super Class or Extreme Class for their lineup. Their support only does Battle of Fate and Universe 7. You see all these other guys doing all allies. Super Saiyan 4 Goku does all. He has the freaking Super Saiyan Goku or Daima Goku's buff, super attack buff, if not more or less. And these guys come in from this, but this, come on, this ain't 2020, this ain't 2021, 2025, and we have class restrictions for anniversary headliner for one of the best categories in the game, Battle of Fate. Which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the idea. They have a lot of units that are pretty good and popular. And this is what they do? They don't even stack anything. These guys can't even go into turn 3 because turn 3 can get super and you gotta get smoked. At least the Gohan is guarding with damage reduction after doing a bajillion attacks. This guy doesn't even have guard nor damage reduction. Oh, when receiving an attack. 177% or less. Like, come on. Now I heard people were talking about how the Goku is actually pretty good. Okay, I can see that. 59% damage reduction and guard. You know, that'd be nice enough. If they stacked defense, yeah, he only stacks attack on his 12 key. Yeah, they do the shtick where they do the final blow or whatever. What their super powerful active. Yeah, everyone got that. But guess what? It doesn't matter because by the time once you activate that, it's only gonna take like a bar or two. Usually for the average player, as most players are only gonna have the copy. One copy. And that's it. Trash, even dodge can't save them. Next. Beerus. Now, I for one am not a fan of this, as I assume that they would have been putting someone in relative to the Gogeta, as they put the Hercule for Vegito. Beerus was this banner unit they came up with for Gogeta. I don't know. I legit don't know. When the health is 99 or less at the start of the turn from this guy, or when there's a successors category at the start of the character's attack and turn. 150 attack and defense, guards for 7 turns and high chance to additional for 7 turns. When natural health is additional is 1 HP. Okay. So, more damage to the enemy when they're able, and more attacks when you're not able. Well, at least they're additional supers. Guaranteed supers. Okay. I like that. I like successors being boosted by him. He does have high chance of dodge. He is actually better than the Hercule. But not by a long shot, but he is technically better than the Hercule. Granted, if I had a choice, let's take a look at this. Yada yada yada, you're gonna be putting him on the Gogeta's team. Yeah, I'm gonna run Tech Beerus over this guy. Yeah. If I had a choice. Well, this guy's gonna be on this, so Tech Beerus wouldn't technically really want to be on that team. He's an alright banner unit, but don't give all your hope to him. He's not gonna do a lot since he doesn't have damage reduction. 20, 30, or 40, around 20 to 40% damage reduction would have been alright for a banner unit. Yeah, I take that. I actually haven't used him, but based on performances, I have seen with various other Dokkan tubers and such. He can hold his own, I could say that. Though with like Subaru and Janemba, well, more like Janemba really. It's like a merge of Buhan and Janemba. He can fare well though. That much I can say. He's okay. He's okay. Could be worse. But right now he's fine. Now, for his counterpart being the first or second LR to get super easy aid. Don't mind me. Don't mind that. He's kind of mid overall. But to say that he's a complete fish, that's kind of pushing it. Here's the part where it says gain key. Defense. I thought he was a nuker like the cell. I guess not. Well, he's an additional character to be put under these new characters, leaders. Especially for Beast Gohan. And that's all I got to say about him. He's alright. He is fine. Yeah. That'll be it. Thank you for so much watching.